Alright folks, Cam Hawkins here from Trading Nut. Welcome to this video where Cas Daamen goes over the last week of trading and picks out what happened with his pre-market analysis levels. So if you don't know, Cas is doing something for the channel here. He's got a little spot. If you want to get access to it where he's giving you pre-market analysis, key levels on Forex and Gold before the market starts, then there's a link below the video. Hit join on that. It's more than just the video that you get as part of that. You're going to find out if you watch the video when you click the link. All right, folks, so we've got him coming up in a second. He's also going to share with you a little tip on how to spot fake outs in the market. So over to you, Cas.
All right, so we are at the gold daily chart, and last week with the members, I spoke about two important levels in gold, which number one was this big white line above market. Why is it important? It's because there's three equal highs, and that generally means there will be some liquidity resting above those highs. And liquidity tends to work like a magnet in the market, which means price tends to gravitate towards areas of liquidity. So last time I said I was looking for long to target this area of liquidity because that's where the market tends to move to. And as you can see, that's exactly what happened. And this was all called during our pre-market analysis that we do every weekend before the market opens. So if we go to the lower time frames, I spoke about an area on the hourly time frame that I wanted to pivot long off. Now, I didn't take that trade because I usually wait for confirmation at those levels on the lower time frame, but the level worked absolutely perfect. This blue box was drawn in last weekend before the market opened. I said I wanted to see a retest of that area, some structure forming, and then a break of that structure on the lower time frames, which I didn't get here in this area. But if you traded this level blindly, look at what happened. You entered at the origin of the move, you had some ranging, and then target hit. This white line beautifully hit. And as you can see, immediately a rejection there. And that means that you've picked the right target. And I always tend to trade from level to level with these type of setups. So I look to get in at an important area. Now, why was this important? It's a simple accumulation pattern here. Then a breakout without a retest of the origin. Price tends to retest the origin of the move. So the last bit of structure before the breakout, which was this blue box. Price then retested the blue box and stayed above that area and then broke out violently to tag that area of liquidity there. And as soon as that area of liquidity got triggered, you can expect some stop orders going off. So either buy stops from people that had a stop loss there or people that are buying a breakout. There tends to be a lot of liquidity there, not only from retail traders, but also bigger participants in the markets tend to execute at those areas of liquidity. And as you can see, price breaks that high and immediately starts retracing. So great entry setup there. If you call it, if you were in the group, great move there. And you've probably made some nice pips of this level to this high. Next thing I want to talk about is silver. If we look at silver last week with the members, I spoke about this blue box being an important area and that I was looking for longs, but because of this blue box, there wasn't really an interesting area to get long off. The reason for the long is simple. False breakout here and then price moves above it, breaks out to here, ranges, forms a range, takes out the low of the range, then another impulsive move up. So, and then it broke this entire area and that's very bullish and it stayed above there, which means there is acceptance there. It's not a false breakout. That's when I look for longs. People always ask me, what is a false breakout? What's a real breakout? This is a false breakout. An area gets broken and quickly moves above. Same thing here. Price falls down, quickly moves above. But as soon as price broke this red line, it stayed above there. It accepted there. And that's usually a great sign that the breakout is real. So it's a quick little tip there. But I was looking for longs basically on a retest of the origin of the move, which did happen. But I was only looking for that long if we didn't already tag this supply zone, which we did. So I didn't take any long there. If you traded off that level that we called ahead, You would have made some nice profits, but it was too risky for me. So that's another great trade there if you took it. And that shows you that these levels are key. Look at the reaction from that blue box we've drawn in. Now price is near this blue box, and again, a rejection there. It hasn't touched it yet, but I expect if price touches it, I definitely expect a move down. And again, the level we talked about earlier, look at the reaction there. Great move to the upside, very small drawdown. So another great example. The euro dollar, to recap what we spoke about, I wanted to look for longs at this white line, but only if we got there before touching this blue box. Unfortunately, price went up to the blue box and we didn't get an entry to go long off, which is a shame because look at that move. But the bias was correct. And as you can see, this level was still quite significant because price, it did break it a bit, but then significantly fell down. And that's another example of a key area that we look at in the pre-market analysis. So no entry there, but still the levels worked. This blue box still worked. This white line is still there. Didn't get an entry, but it was the right thing to do. And it's basically the same setup as the one in gold. If we look at gold, this blue box is the last bit of structure before that violent breakout. Same thing in the euro dollar. We got this range, got a false break of the range here. Then we got this violent breakout. Price tends to retest the origin of the breakout and then move up. That was the setup we're looking for, but it didn't happen. So that's a bit of a recap. Of course, we had more levels in play, but I want to keep it short. I want to keep it simple and understandable. So these were 3 plays. These were 3 key levels we're looking at. And yeah, hopefully guys enjoyed it. And if you are interested in being part of this small group of people that are getting this analysis every single weekend, and also get some coaching in a private group, click the link down below and I will see you next week.
All right, guys, so there we have it. Do remember, link below the video to join the pre-market analysis for next week and future weeks here with Cas. And also hit subscribe, hit like, and click on that notifications bell, and we'll see you in the next video.